We had maybe one or two sounds throughout the rest of the show.
It's been like that for a few episodes, but hey, stream y'all, we'll talk about that later because you like to freeze people out. But we'll let you all work on that behind the scenes. If you stop freezing everybody, we can use the sound effects a little bit more. But look, I should have saved that for a members only video. See why you need to be a member? Peel back the curtain. But we had something crazy happen yesterday. Some would say, is it crazy? Because it's the Celtics, baby. Ha ha ha. See you backstage, Teddy. We're gonna definitely bring you up in just a second, but Brown matches career playoff with 40 points to beat the I was about to say to beat the Celtics. They need to beat themselves the way they be acting sometimes. But to beat the Pacers to get a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. And we really want to ask, because Joe, you had one guy in the top 5, and me and Teddy was trying to fight to see if he was better than Jaylen Brunson. Meanwhile, Jaylen Brown was like, I'm still here. So is Jaylen Brown actually the most important player on the Celtics? It's only right that we bring Harvard Yard straight to R2L. Come on, Teddy. Come on up here, man. Pack the car. Pack the car. No. Oh, I got one for you. You don't even need a crowd.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Dave looking stressed about that sound, man. I know you got to hear that dirty water sound every time the Red Sox win, so that's not appealing.
No, I just hear the winning song that my guy Trent had posted last year, so that's what I listen to. I don't listen to that dirty water song. I'm not a Boston guy, so.
Nah, but I'm doing great, fellas. I'm doing great, man. Glad to hop on this segment. I saw the message come out, and I was like, I know what these guys are gonna say. I gotta defend it. So I want to hear what you guys got to say first.
Defend it. Please allow me to go first.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
Please allow me to go first.
Go.
So this is what I'll say about him being the most important player on the Celtics. I still believe that Jason Tatum is still the most important player for them to win a championship. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
I do believe that Jaylen Brown is the most important person when it comes to being aggressive on this team. I think as long as he is aggressive, he will allow the rest of the team to be who they are. He is the aggressor on this team, no matter what it is that you think about everyone else. When it comes to defense, the aggressors, of course, Drew Holiday, he leads that. But Jaylen Brown also plays really good defense as well. Jason Tatum is the leader. He's already said that before. He said that he considers himself to be the best player in the NBA. He said that he should, he feels like he's an MVP type player. He feels like he's a superstar. And I'm a Duke fan, so I definitely want him to be successful, just not with the Celtics, of course. But if we're being honest, if it's for them to win the championship, Tatum has to get to another level. He has to be the Tatum that we think he can be. That's the most important thing. He's the most important player. I believe they can make it through the East without Jason Tatum having to be that guy. But to win a championship, he needs to be that guy. Because when you get to I don't think any of us are thinking that the Pacers are going to be able to come back and win the series. Now, if it happens, then it happens. Then that's another conversation. But the way it looks right now, it looks like the Celtics are going to go to the finals for the second time in 3 years. In order for them to win a championship in the finals, they're going to have to either face Luka and Kyrie, or they have to face Ant, Jaden McDaniels, and Cat. Now, when you think about Minnesota, you're really thinking about Anthony Edwards. There's some real conversation that's going to be, is Anthony Edwards better than Jason Tatum if they face each other?
Oh, I've heard it all week.
So what I'm saying is, in order for the most important player on this team is Jason Tatum. I don't think it's Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown is important when it comes to allowing everyone to play. I won't say allowing everyone to play the game, but forcing people into foul trouble, being the aggressor, letting the team. Rallying the team as to like, hey, we got to push. That's what I think Jaylen Brown becomes the most important player. But the most important player, period, overall, is Jason Tatum. He's the leader. He has to be the guy for them to win the championship in my eyes. So I believe Jaylen Brown is very important. Don't get me wrong. He got a $300 million contract. He balled out the last game with 40 points. He's been leading this team pretty much if you look at how he's played in this playoffs. But the most important player is the guy that led his team in the regular season and the guy who led them just about the last few years, who has the most playoff points in the first 7 seasons, over Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. But he's also played 106 games compared to Michael and played 65 during the time.
Here we go.
But either way,
Please get out of here.
well, what I'm saying is that's to me, that's the most important player. If they want to win it all, it has to be Tatum, not Brown.
You know, we're gonna save the 2 best for last. This is gonna be good. For me, I looked at this duo and I was like, is Jaylen the most important player? And then I was like, was Bradley Beal the most important player when John Wall was there? And then John Wall left, and we kind of figured out what Bradley Beal was. It's just a player. Sometimes 2 people just need each other. So if you ask me, is Jaylen Brown the most important player? To Jason Tatum, maybe. And is Jason Tatum the most important player on the Celtics? To Jaylen Brown, maybe, because they need each other. They feed off each other. First game, what he had? 26, but who had almost 40? Tatum. What happened this game? Go to the stats right quick because I want to make sure I'm precise. You know, I heard what Shannon Sharp did, and I want to make sure I don't do the wrong thing, you know, because JaVale McGee does not play for the Mavericks, my boy. What type of research? You got paid researchers, and they ain't tell you that? Like, come on now. So, look, we got 23 and 40. So, at the end of the day, it's like a seesaw. I feed off of what you do. If you hot tonight, why am I going to try to take the shine? I'm going to let you rock out. And if you hot, and it's vice versa. It's just like up here. When one of us got a smoking take, you can't come out of nowhere with the fire extinguisher and try to put that fire out. You got to let your man have his moment. Yeah. That's what makes the team. Yeah. So to me, who's the most important player on the Celtics? It's Jrue Holiday, guys. What's wrong with y'all?
I knew he was going somewhere with it. Dude. I knew it.
They don't do nothing without Jrue Holiday. Look what happened to the Bucks. They can't even win a game and Jrue is gone. But that's more so.
They can't even win a series without Jrue, man. It's
exactly. Sad. But now that's just a little troll. My real answer is they need each other. There's no most important player on this team. They need each other.
Perfectly said, Tom. I like how you said that. I like that. Okay.
That was good.
So Tatum is the best player. I think for the Celtics to get to their heights, Tatum is on Tatum, not on Brown. But I would say is Brown is the most consistent player. And Tatum, the type of player that Tatum is, like Tomo said, he kind of needs Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is you use the word aggressor. So I got a graphic for y'all. You know, I'm coming with these graphics nowadays, you know. I got a little graphic for y'all, okay? All 4 can see it? Yes, you could. So look, most important, I don't know. But all I know is Jaylen Brown leads the Celtics in first quarter points per game. This throughout the whole regular season. And I'm pretty sure this is in the playoffs too. And the clutch, Jaylen Brown shooting 50% in the clutch while Tatum is shooting 36%. So I feel like Jaylen Brown is an aggressor, right? At times he could be more efficient because Tatum settles a lot for jump shots while Brown is attacking. But once again, like Tomo said, Tatum is the best player, and your best player will always be your most important player, in my opinion. That's why people like some Mavs fans will say, "Oh, Draymond is the hardest. He's the most valuable player on the Warriors." Bruh, stop. Because when Steph got hurt, they were a lottery team, and they were second in the draft.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You drafted Wiseman, should have got Anthony Edwards, so he went first. But my whole thing is Tatum is probably the most important. I'm gonna say that Tatum is the most important. And that's why we're so hard on Tatum when Tatum doesn't play well. Now, against teams like Indiana, Cleveland, he don't have to be the most important player. But in the NBA Finals, that type of game he had yesterday ain't going to fly with the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Dallas Mavericks. So, but Brown is the more aggressive one. He's the more consistent one. But Tatum is the most important.
So, yeah. I mean, I like what you guys all said. Definitely opposite of what I thought you guys were gonna say. Yeah, Tatum is the
Threw a curveball.
yeah, definitely.
That's why I went first, because I knew he wasn't expecting that.
I'm gonna sit back and hit it to right field.
Oh, okay.
So I believe Tatum is the most important player. Definitely agree with the Jaylen Brown being the aggressor. I feel like Tatum just tries to get on SportsCenter sometimes, with the crossovers and the fadeaways, and like he had an offensive rebound in game 1, late in the game, and he like faded away inside the paint when he didn't have to at all. And like that's what I'm talking about, like the flashy plays and stuff like that. And he's just right now he's shooting like me from the 3-point line right now, because I don't know what it is, but he cannot hit something from beyond the arc. But I mean, he's definitely the most important player on this team, because if you look at the Cleveland series, who led the team in points, rebounds, and assists? Jason Tatum, right? And I feel like Jaylen Brown can't be the player that he is if Tatum's not on the floor, or part of the defensive game plan, because they're so worried about, all right, Tatum gets the ball, we need to double him right away. And Tatum's making that smart play now, where like 2-3 years ago, he's trying to dribble out of that double team and trying to force up a dumb shot, and again just trying to like be on SportsCenter. But now he's sensing that double team coming. He's making the smart read to where he passes it, and then an extra pass gets a guy wide open for a 3, which is why most of the guys are hitting right now. You know, Al Horford, you need to stop shooting so much.
12 a game.
Man, oh my goodness. But yeah, definitely feel like Tatum is the most important player on the Celtics, just because of what the defense has to prepare any given night for him. Because I feel like it goes Tatum, Brown, then Porzingis, yeah. And then that's why like Drew Holiday and Derek White can have those big offensive nights when they do. Like Drew's been doing. It's been insane.
I think right now is Tatum, Brown, and White.
No, right now it's Drew. Drew right there right now.
Yeah, Drew has been insane. He's the Pacers guards. They can't do anything with him right now.
Yeah, Drew been on one, and Derek White has been off of everybody else.
Can I switch my pick?
Oh yeah, no, you picked the Pacers, but
you
right about
yeah. Hey, we got cookies on it, man.
We got cookies on the line. That's
the only reason, man.
All the TK tweets, and they'll tell you right about Al Horford. As soon as he gets the ball, if you got anything like he shoots it, even if he swings it one more time, there's sometimes a guy right there, and he still be shooting that jump. He be shooting like 10 since he been starting, bro. He been shooting like 8 to 10 threes a game.
Bro, it's been crazy, but that's also on Joe Mazzulla, because when the reporters ask him about like all the threes that the guys are taking, he's like, if you got an open shot, take it. So I mean,
I'm down for that too.
They're listening to their coach, so I can't really. I mean,
he can swing it sometimes though. There's times he can swing it one more time and he get a better shot.
Definitely, but I mean, if he's on, he'll hit him. But I mean, it's just he's old. Those legs have taken a toll, right? First game he played 44 minutes. Last night he played 22.
And this is the first game I think he played all. He hustled that last game. Game 5 against the Cavs. That dude was everywhere.
Everywhere. He was the difference maker in that one. If he didn't play like he played, we might have won 6.
Yeah.
But the most important player took over too, because Jason he went crazy those last 3 games, on like averaging like 27 or something like that. It was. So.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Just like the most important player took over in overtime in game 1.
Exactly.
If you take the brain out of a say no.
I can't believe he said that.
I still can't believe you said that. But nah, Al Horford, I think with that last game, Al Horford is tired of Cleveland. It's one of those teams that he's played so much that he's like, you know what, we're getting out of here. I'm not doing this again. Too many LeBron memories. So he said, all right, the legs is going to take over. In this series, he's probably definitely tired from that one. But yeah, leave it up to an old guy to have one good game a season. You know what I mean?
Brandon Graham.
He gonna see this show one day. Like, hey, who is this guy?
But yeah, appreciate it, Teddy. And last words for you, hop off.
Make sure you tune in to BWT. If you're not subscribed to R2L, what are you doing? Click the link, comment member to get into these chats, because that's how I got on the show. Right? I saw the topic and I was like, hey, these guys might say something I don't like, but today they're 10 out of 10, fellas. 10 out of 10.
Today is a rare day that we've talked glorious about the Celtics all day.
We made
You, dude. Oh my man, I'm so happy.
we made you proud. Very good.
Nah,
Yeah,
just
Don't,
lose the
don't get too
series.
happy. It's not going to be consistent.
You're gonna have to talk about us when we're riding them duck boats.
Duck boat. So you don't know about that.
He don't know nothing about it.
Thank you, Tomo. Thank you, Tomo. Thank you, Tomo.
It's been a minute. It's been
My
a
bro
minute.
almost got my back. Almost got
It's
my
been a
back.
minute, man. It's been a minute.
Stop
Joe,
the cap.
Joe knows about them duck boats, bro. Joe knows about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. Y'all win. I'll go with you.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be there. I've never been to a parade before. I've been from DC.
Well, that's not our fault that you left. What
I know, right? Soon as I leave, I've been there for a long time. I ain't seen nothing. Soon as I leave, they try to win something.
When the Nationals won and when the Caps won.
Caps
The Mystics too.
and the Mystics.
See, the Mystics
Everybody
ain't get to have
but
a
the Commanders
parade
and the
though
Wizards.
because of
That's
COVID.
true.
It was you, Joe. It was you.
And look, everybody but our
I said it
teams,
was
Tom,
Joe.
bro. The Wizards and the Commanders, bro. Like,
Hey, you know what? I was down there with everybody. They was like, "How many Caps games did you watch?" I said, "I watched the game they won." That's all that mattered.
The last one.
Same thing with the Nationals. I was like, "Come on, man, get that out, get that out." Once we got it, I said, "Let's go." And I said, "Hey, Bryce, it sucks to be you right now."
I know, right?
In that moment.
Don't
In
call
that
my
moment.
boy. Don't call my boy. Right?
Hey, it's not our fault. He said that in the press conference.
Yeah, that was bad. I can't believe you said that.
He spoke it into existence.
You did. Definitely
All
did.
right, Teddy. Appreciate you, man.
All right,
We gotta
fellas.